What's going on, guys? Manchester United 3, Sheffield United 3. Or should I say Sheffield United 3, Manchester United 3. And your match review is sponsored by the One Football app. As usual, guys, the link is in the description below for all your up-to-date football news. And yeah, there's going to be some interesting things on that. So make sure you head down to the description, download the app, and enjoy it more than I enjoyed that game. It's mad, yeah, because I was tweeting during the game. Yeah, I didn't go up today. I had some life admin to do before tomorrow, brother, and I'm glad I didn't make that journey because that was an absolute shambles. I think the first 70 minutes is possibly the worst 70 minutes I've seen Manchester United play, and I feel like I'm probably gonna say that again because I've probably said it before, but we are getting progressively worse. Ollie's a bum. Like, people are looking at this result saying, oh yeah, Ollie turned it around and that. Ollie didn't turn this around. Ollie don't have a clue what he done. You know what's so funny? Manchester United go 2-0 down. Ollie takes off a centre back, brings on a midfielder, goes to a 4-2-3-1, yeah. First of all, he started Phil Jones, which he shouldn't have done, but then he ends up taking Phil Jones off. He started with a three at the back to mirror Sheffield United. You shouldn't have to mirror a team like Sheffield United. With all due respect to them, yeah, we showed that if we play football properly, we're just better than them. Like, we have the players that are better than theirs to just do what we need to do. Like, we didn't need to go and mirror their formation. We could have gone there with a 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1 and beat them. And we showed that by scoring 3 goals. But what does Ollie do? He changes to a 4 at the back. We score 3 goals, and then he takes Martial off, goes back to a 3 at the back, brings Twanzebe on, then we concede. So that shows me that he doesn't even know why we came back, bruv. Because clearly the 4 was working, bruv. Why would you change it? And then on top of that, yeah, Martial's the only striker in our team that can hold the ball under pressure with people around him and relieve, like, the pressure off the attack. And then you take him off. Every time the ball goes into Rashford and James, they want to turn and run with it. And obviously Mason wasn't playing down the middle. So to take off the one guy that actually holds the ball and plays people in was just tactically so... It was so naive, or like, I don't even know if it was naive. It was just shit, bruv. Like, I'm tired of people making excuses for Ollie. He's a shit manager, bruv. Shit manager. And he proved, like, that he didn't know what he was doing by making that substitution. If he doesn't make that substitution, we win the game. Don't get me wrong, we didn't deserve to win the game. We didn't deserve anything from that game. But, like, we shown that in 15 minutes we can score 3 goals. We're better than Sheffield United. We've got better players than Sheffield United. All that showed me today was that the manager is shit. Because if we only need to play football for 15 minutes to open these man up that many times, it shows that with a decent fucking guy that knows what he's doing, we could have put these men to bed comfortably. There's no reason why we should be getting outplayed by Sheffield United. You can see in the first 10 minutes the tactics were wrong. It took Ollie till half time to make a change. He brought Lingard on. I'm glad he done it at half time instead of waiting 70 minutes like he usually does. But anyone with sense could have seen after 10 minutes when they were all over us that something needed to change. People were saying, oh, it's because we had Andreas and Fred in the midfield and this, that and the other. It was nothing to do with actually the personnel. It was more to do with the shape, because Lingard came on in the double pivot and Lingard's not a defensive midfielder, but he still played well enough in that role that we could score 3 goals. Because when you have a system implemented, it's not so important what players in there. Like, there's players that can come in for the odd game and do a job. Like, as poor as Lingard's been all season, yeah, he's a better player than most of them Sheffield United players. So he can come into the midfield and do a job. He showed that. Andreas Pereira's fucking shit, yeah. But if we had started in a 4-2-3-1, I don't think he would have looked as bad. I think that he looked terrible because the system was wrong. So it's just fucking frustrating, guys. It's frustrating. Like, and I tweeted Ollie out, bruv, during the game, and I mean it. Like, all this has just shown me is that he's not the guy. Like, I believe that man just needs to sack him ASAP, bruv. Sack him as soon as possible, bruv. Like, Nothing's gonna change. Still no pattern of play. Man are getting outdone by fucking Wilder, bruv. Like outdone. Like Sheffield United go out there with a clear game plan, know what they need to do, know what they want to do, and you know what you're gonna get when you go to Bramall Lane. You don't know what you're gonna get when you come to Old Trafford. You don't know what you're gonna get away from home. I can't even remember the exact stats, but away from home, we've hardly won any fucking games. And then on top of that, fucking Solskjaer smiling at the end of the game like he's happy with the draw, bruv. He's a loser. How can you be happy with that draw after coming back from fucking 2-0 down to 3-2 and then you're happy with the fucking draw? You're a bum, fam. You should have been crying, blood, because he threw that away with the change that he made. He's a fucking shit, bruv. You know what I mean? He's just come on my fucking TV now, but I don't even listen to his interview. To be completely honest, I am fuming, guys. Absolutely fuming. Daniel James took his goal. Brandon Williams took his goal extremely well. I've watched it a few times back, and boy, did he clark that, man. Like, I could see the frustration when he slapped that, man. Great finish. Bruv. The second goal, Mason Greenwood, like, was it Greenwood? Yeah, Greenwood's second goal. He come off the bench. See what happens when Mason is down the middle, yeah? Mason scored that goal in the 6-yard box in between two centre-backs. That's a proper centre-forward tap-in goal. Great ball from Marcus Rashford, who turned up in the last 15 minutes. He had a poor game. To be fair, all of our attackers were poor today, but Rashford got a goal and an assist, contributed well today. That cross from the right-hand side, a very good cross. Like, I genuinely believe that, like, he would be like a super wavy right winger, bro. Super wavy right winger. I think that's probably his best position, effectively. Like, he's shown he can cross the ball. He likes going past people down the outside to use his pace. And when he's on the left, I think, like, he always cuts in when he's on the left. Like, he never really goes down the outside. So, like, I think that could be something. Like, if we don't buy a right winger, I would definitely play him there, bro. If we do end up buying a striker and not buying a right winger, which I don't think is a good idea, then I wouldn't mind seeing Rashford on the right-hand side. Great ball in. Mason's movement, like a proper experienced centre-forward. Look, Ollie's smiling and that's pissing me off, bro. What are you smiling for? You're a bum. Do you know what I mean? We're fucking Manchester United. You're smiling because we got a draw at fucking Bramall Lane, bro. Disgrace. Great finish from Mason. Great movement. Showed great football IQ. That's more the kind of movement that we wanted to see from Rashford in the box. And that's what I mean. You can't teach that. Like, Mason's a kid, but his movement is very, very good. And then the link up for the third goal. As much as we were saying how quiet our attack was, yeah, that had nothing to do with Ollie. That was just individual brilliance. All three of our attackers linked up. Martial to Daniel James to Rashford. And that's what happens when you're positive, when you play the right shape. Our players are good enough to just do things on their own. It's very clear that Ollie hasn't been drilling these men how to keep the ball, because in possession, we were nowhere near Sheffield United. Sheffield United were way better than us in possession. So it shows that Ollie's not teaching these men nothing. However, the players individually have enough to kind of do little things in moments. So we need to bridge the gap between the players always having to improvise to get us out of trouble here, and these men being completely overwhelmed, because that's what it looked like. It almost looked like Ollie hung these men out to dry today, because they went up against Sheffield United, mirrored their formation. Obviously, Sheffield United are more comfortable playing that formation than us. So we're playing them at their own game and we're losing. And them man looked like they were just looking at the manager like, what do we do? And they were just getting pammed in it. So I just don't even really know what to say, bruv. It's not even worth breaking down the game into little segments and saying this happened here and this happened, because it was fucking shit, guys. Literally, like 3/4 of the game we were not in it. Like, we easily could have been 4 or 5 down. De Gea made an amazing double save early doors, and then I think he made another save as well. There were at least 3 opportunities where De Gea kept us in the game. It's just a shambles. Harry Maguire today didn't look great again. Like, he had a decent game, but bruv, man's not looking like, he's not looking like 75, 80 million centre back. He's not in it. he's just looking like a good centre half, but he's looking like man got fleeced in it. But you play the English Premium anyway. Like it still looks like we need another centre back. We need another centre back to play next to him. Wan-Bissaka at fullback, it's not the one still. Like right fullback, Wan-Bissaka is not the one, bro. He's a right back, innit? Like at right fullback, it's just mad. Like even looks like probably a right centre back in a free, he'll probably even be better than Lindelof, I swear. Because the right fullback thing is just not for him. Like he's looking mad unconvincing, to be honest. And I don't even blame him for that because it's not his position. Lindelof's just Lindelof. Do you know what I mean? You know what you're going to get from him, which is not really much. You just get a steady performance from him, nothing much. Phil Jones got clarted for the first goal. Even though I do think it was a foul, yeah. Put it out, bruv. What was fucking Phil Jones trying to do? Like, it's like he was trying to usher the ball out, but he wasn't protecting it. And then he's got boshed over, yeah. Make no mistake about it. You see those given all the time. It was a foul. But because it's Phil Jones, we're going to cuss him out anyway because he's a dickhead. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're supposed to be the experienced centre-half out of the three of you, and you're the one who fucked us. So, same old shit. As soon as we took him off, we looked better. But Oli should have never started, man, in the first place. Axel come off the bench, which tells me he was probably fit enough to start. Fred didn't have a great game, but to be fair, the midfield got bypassed for 70%, 75% of the game. So, do you know what I mean? It wasn't one of Fred's best performances, but again, he was next to Andreas, who was fucking woeful and needed to be replaced. And then the front three, 70 minutes, they were nowhere. So, like, I just don't even know what to say, guys. Like, if we won, it would have been a case of we were shit, but at least we won, innit, kind of thing. But now, even though that would have been papering over the cracks and I'd still been Oli out, but now, it's even worse because it's like, bruv, we were winning, then we drew because Oli undone all of the good work that he did by accident without even realising. He literally turned the game around for us by making a change he should have made maybe 10 minutes in. And then he fucking died, bruv. You see what I mean? And a lot of people wouldn't even have clocked that that's what happened. Because a lot of people are watching the game saying, oh, Sheffield United equalised. No, they didn't just equalise, bruv. We literally gave the impetus back to them. After we turned it around, he undone all of his fucking good work, and that shows you that the work he did wasn't intentional. Because if he meant to do it, he would have known he needed to leave the formation how it was. He's a fucking idiot. So I'm not even gonna do man of the match, guys, like, because I'm fuming. I don't think there was a man of the match. I think everyone was shit today, bruv. You know what I mean, including the manager. Do you know what I mean? So actually, fuck it, man of the match, David De Gea. Then he's the only player today that can really come out with his head held high and say, you know what, like, none of this was my fault. Or should I say only player, only person, because I believe it was the manager's fault ultimately. However, like, he's the only person that can come out today and say, you know what, this poor performance, I had nothing to do with it. Let me know what you think in the comment section, guys. Like, I'm just so vexed. Like, I'm so vexed. I don't know what it's going to take, bruv. I don't know what it's going to take, but I can't take this Ollie ball no more, bruv. Bare people blindly just supporting this guy because he stuck his leg out fucking 20 years ago, bruv. Like, it's not good enough. The guy's shit. The guy's worse than David Moyes. And I saw a clip of Ed Woodward and Alec Ferguson having a bit of a Barney on the side, and the memes are going around, bruv. I don't know what that was about. But the Phelan and Ollie appointment sounds like a Ferguson, what word am I looking for? Recommendation. That's definitely not a Woodward thing, because Woodward's a rugby guy. I wouldn't even be surprised if he didn't even know who Mick Phelan was. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bruv, because Woodward don't know shit about football, blood. So the Ollie and Phelan combination sounds like the Moyes recommendation. It does kind of sound all Fergie-ish, you know, the ones there. So I don't know if Woodward was saying, yeah, bruv, like, this guy's shit or something, because it did kind of look like he was kind of blaming something on man. I don't know what it was, but it did not look good in it. It didn't look good. But all I know is that it doesn't look like Woodward is gonna put up with Ollie too much longer. I just think a couple more L's, yeah, and he's gone in it. Like, I just, brother, I just want Poch now, blood. Like, I wanted him before, but now he's available. It's like buying a sniffing around, man. Arsenal chatting shit about Pochettino. I'd never go there anyway. But I just feel like he's there, bruv. Secure him. The same way Tottenham secured Jose, yeah, while Poch was still in a job. You have to be on the phone to Pochettino tonight if you're not, if you haven't already spoken to him. Because Oli, like, them man are prolonging the inevitable. They're just delaying it, bruv. He is not the guy. He's out of his depth. He will get sacked. It's a matter of when, not if. So, just put something in place to get Pochettino, man. Fuck's sake, bruv. Because I can't take this no more. I can't really take this no more. United stand have a game tomorrow. I had to sort out the kits and do loads of things, so I didn't bother to travel up to Sheffield because I got a busy day tomorrow. We're filming the Flex and Rant show as well, so I knew I wasn't going to be able to get it done tomorrow in the daytime, man. And I'm just super glad I didn't go now, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section. That was your match review, man. I can't be asked to go into too much depth. Normally I leave it a bit while before I do it, so my head can cool down a bit. I'm fucking fuming, bruv. That's your match review, sponsored by the One Football app, guys. Make sure you jump down in the description and you download the app for all your up-to-date football news. Also, like I said in my previous videos, I've put a 25% off code for Fresh Ego Kid early Black Friday discounts. £65 or over minimum spend, you get 25% off. You just got to use my code RANTS25, which I have put in the description as well. So if you want to buy some early Christmas presents or get some swag for yourself, jump down in the description and just use the link in there. So, you know what I'm saying? Even though it don't look like I'm in a fucking Christmas spirit right now, like, that's down there for you guys, and it's active until next Friday, which I think is Black Friday. So you lot can go ahead and do that. But yeah, my head's hurting now. I'm fucking fuming. Yeah, we'll be back. I'm filming the Flex and Rant show tomorrow, and you guys will get a Rants Red Talk as usual tomorrow as well. So I'll catch you then, guys. Yeah, I am fucking pissed.